Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue Podcast.
What's up, NRW crew? What is up, Broncos country? It is time for another exciting episode of Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue Podcast. I'm your host, Johnny Bakke. With me, as always, is my best friend in the world, Isaiah Henderson. What's up, buddy?
A.K.A. Pookie Night, A.K.A. Dark Knight, A.K.A. Pookums, A.K.A. Pookie Fields. I don't know. You guys are giving me
he's finally
every single podcast. So what's up, Broncos country? We are back. We missed you guys. We're ready to get into it.
That's right. So we are a fan-led podcast. We go live every Sunday at 6543. Right? Yeah, 6543. Put them where they go on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. All right? Make sure you give us a like. Make sure you give us a subscribe on MHRT Podcasts across the board. We would really appreciate that subscribe from on YouTube if you guys would not mind giving that to us, because Isaiah, you want to say it this time?
No, I don't have a sword.
All right, fine. Because we are on that quest for 1,000. It didn't work. That quest for 1,000 subscribers, right?
Johnny, oh my gosh.
You know what? I will try it again. All right. Here we go. We ready? We are on the quest for 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Yeah, there we go.
You changed it.
I had to. Remember the old phone? It took a crap, and when I went back to try to rebuild the soundboard, I couldn't find the original trumpet.
And you thought I wouldn't notice.
I know. I didn't think you wouldn't notice. I just didn't have a choice. So this is the new one right here.
I need you to run these things by me, Johnny.
Hey, Isaiah, I changed the trumpet sound. There, okay, I ran it by you. All right.
The board approved it.
We are on that quest for 1,000 subscribers, guys.
Yeah. I actually like that one better.
Yeah, it's pretty good. So,
yeah,
please, guys, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, share the video out there for your friends, like the video on all of our mediums on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Get involved in the chat. Get involved with commenting. We love talking to you guys, Broncos country, the NRW crew. That being said,
hey guys, while
you're
here, sorry, Johnny, while you're here, comment, agree or disagree. We want to hear from you. We love it. It doesn't even have to be about the Broncos. Last week we talked about chickens and dinosaurs. So clearly, hey, anything goes. All right. We're here to talk about the Broncos, but we're also fan-led. So whatever the fans lead and say, that's what we're going to talk about. So comment, agree, or disagree. Let's do this.
Take him down. I'm taking him down for a reason. All right. So now that we've got that out of the way, all right, we are going to bring on our special guest for this week. The last few weeks, because of this veritable desert of football, of lack of football news, thanks to the time, but the players are on vacation between mini camp and training camp. We've been bringing on our some special guests, super fans of our show, the top-notch NRW crew members, to just talk with us, have some fun, have some laughs, talk Broncos, talk whatever, right? And this week we have our buddy Skinny Bob, or Bob, or he's known as Skinny Bob on this show, but Bob Skinner. Please welcome. Wait, hang on. Okay, here we go. Welcome to the show, our buddy Bob Skinner, or also known as AKA Skinny Bob.
Skinny Bob.
Yeah.
What's up, guys?
What's up, Bob? How are you, brother?
Oh man, fighting with this computer. How you doing?
Well, not fighting with my computer, but you still can't trust him.
You're not by yourself. You're not by yourself, Bob. I fight with mine every single time I turn it on. But you're looking great so far, so you're doing something right.
He does. I hear him have full-on arguments with inanimate objects. But I think for him, they actually talk back.
But but your beard's looking pretty good though, Bob. I'm looking at that.
Right.
You got a nice.
That's right.
You're part of the bearded. What is it called? The bearded Bronco gang.
Yeah, it should be
Broncos and beards. It's Broncos and beards.
Well, I was close enough.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, Bob, it's awesome to have you on the show. Welcome, brother. It's we've had you in the comments for a very, very long time. And speaking of the comments, already we have Shadowjacker in the house. our number one, Dave Glassman, our boss man, Mundungus. We have Mobat in the house. Everybody's showing up and everybody's talking. So let's get down to brass tacks here. So I don't think that there's a whole Mundungus says that Glenn and Isaiah's beard game is weak.
First off, don't call me by my government name.
your government name. All right, conspiracy theorist. Here's to you, Bob, and here's to all of everybody in the comments and all of our fans watching. Here's to all of you before current and after the fact. It's nice to see you guys. We're having our beers as we always do on this show.
So, Bob, where you from?
Right now I'm living in Wyoming, but I'm from Colorado, Denver.
All right. Wyoming is still, that's like Broncos Central.
Yeah, but it's still Broncos country.
Well, Broncos country's everywhere, right? If I'm standing on it, it's Broncos country. But Wyoming, they don't have a pro team, and more often than not, when you go up to Wyoming, you'll find more Broncos fans there than any other team, for sure. So that's a good place to be. I mean, I miss being amongst fellow Broncos fans. I miss being around them. I'm stuck here in Tennessee next to Isaiah's wife's team, the Titans.
Thanks, dude, because you're not around Broncos fan like myself, 40 minutes away, but that's fine.
You're the only one. You're one of the only ones, right?
I hurt my feelings in front of everyone.
So we already have like I said, we already have a bunch of people here in the comments, and we have and Bob, there's a bunch giving you shout outs. Bring it on, Bob, says Dave Glassman. Mundungus Creed, right. Mundungus, the boss man. Right. Skinny Bob, Shadow Jacker, Skinner, Mobat, Bob in the house. Welcome. It's awesome to have you. All right, Bob. So we've already asked you where you're from, where you are right now. You are in Wyoming, which is fantastic. I love Wyoming. I used to hunt up there a lot. And with my dad and I used to go hunting up in Wyoming, usually near Yoder, Wyoming was where I used to hunt with my dad the most. And so how long have you been a fan of the Broncos?
Oh, since around 74, 75. So
okay,
an OG Bronco fan here.
A while. I like how he puts that.
50.
Yep. My cousin Jay Weaver's in the comments. He says, "Sup, boys."
Sup, Jay?
Jay Weaver. The Whiz Kid, Landon Clark in the house. Sup, Whiz Kid. All right, so Bob, we want to learn a little bit more about you. So you said about 73. So what makes you a super fan of the Broncos? What makes you the kind of Broncos fan? I've asked this of the others that would watch a fan-led Broncos podcast in the middle of the month of July.
I just love the Broncos. Can't get enough information on them, and you guys seem to make it fun. So
I appreciate that. Well, that's awesome.
Bob, you're the one who makes it fun. Thank you for that. We greatly appreciate that. We love you for that. But you're the one who makes it fun. Having you in the comments, having you here watching us, having you here on the show actually with us. Me and Johnny talked about this for years, and now to be able to be here and actually have a fan, a fellow Broncos fan talking with us on the podcast, it's you and everyone else who watching that makes this fun. Not us. It's you guys. So, Bob, that applause is for you guys. So, Bob, my question to you, where you're from, how long you been a Broncos fan? And I just know the Broncos stories that you have, because I get Broncos stories from Johnny from the 90s. You said 73, 74, 75. I gotta know from since you became a Broncos fan to now, your favorite Broncos player.
Ooh.
Oh, it's Elway. Favorite Bronco player?
I mean, Elway was the man. It is the man. Elway is always going to be the man.
I knew you were going to say that because go ahead, Bob. Go ahead.
I watched him lose a lot of Super Bowls and then finally win a couple of Super Bowls. So watched him. So when you watch somebody going through all the pain, it's kind of fun to be their fan when they win.
Amen.
So
Amen.
I'm going to come back to that you said that. I'm going to come back to that because something popped in my head. But
that's dangerous.
73-74. You're OG. You're our OG Bronco fan. You're our OG Bronco fan. And basically, what I'm asking is, how did you feel when John Elway was drafted? Now, I know each player, for example, the way Broncos country was for Justin Fields at pick 9. If we had gotten him, do you remember watching the draft when John Elway was going to be drafted in ’83?
Yeah.
Do you remember who you wanted? Did you want somebody else?
Wanted
Did you think somebody
Elway.
else was?
He wanted Elway. But of course, Elway wasn't drafted by the Broncos.
I went and watched his very first spring training, and the way his arm and everything, we knew we had a winner, you know.
Oh yeah. I mean, he had a cannon. The guy had a cannon for an arm. I mean,
Yes,
yeah,
it was amazing.
And he had guts. He exemplified having an incredible arm for a quarterback, but he exemplified having guts.
Yeah, he was a tough son of a gun.
Yes, he
They
was.
don't make him like
Well,
that. They
not
don't make him
only-
like that anymore. They do not make him like that anymore. There's some I can't. Josh Allen is a little tough. He's Patrick Mahomes is tough, but to take a helicopter hit,
the helicopter hit.
I don't know many quarterbacks today who are willing to sacrifice their body like that. So he was a tough son of a gun.
Well, I mean, and look at it, even nowadays,
back in the day,
oh yeah, go Bob. I'm so sorry.
back in the day, he was taking hits like that all the time, though, when he'd take off running.
Well, I mean, remember back to the
hits.
97 season. Remember back to the 97 season before the helicopter hit the Super Bowl. Remember the Jacksonville game?
Yes.
The hit that Elway took, that sack he took in the game, and he didn't get up for a while. I mean, he was down on the ground, he was wincing, and he was in a lot of pain. And the Jags, of course, like the whole game, they'd been standing on the sidelines. We're gonna take him out. We're gonna get him. And they were all excited. They were like, "Yeah, we finally got him. He's down. He's out of this game." And then Elway stands up and cracks his shoulder a couple times, does the Ed McCaffrey, and walks right back into the game and is like, "All right, let's go." And the Jags are like, "What? What do we got to do?"
I guess a modern quarterback, Matthew Stafford, I guess would kind of remind me of that because Matthew Stafford is gritty. I remember seeing a couple of videos where he just got beat up, torn up, and he just went out there. His team sucks. Old team sucked, but
his new team or his old team still sucks.
Yeah, but Matthew Stafford kind of reminds me of that. Bob, what is your favorite play, favorite season, off season, anything from your lengthy, beautiful
favorite era,
the Broncos era? There you go, favorite Broncos era.
I still like that Orange Crush era.
All right.
The game I remember
70s.
most. When we first beat the Raiders to go to a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Tom Jackson sticking it to Madden on the sideline. That was a pretty great moment. We lost the Super Bowl, but getting there was fun.
And beating the Raiders to get there, that
was when Craig Morton was still the quarterback, right? That was before Elway. Was it not?
Yeah.
All right, yeah. So
I believe so. Yeah, because he completed a lot of passes. Yeah, he completed a lot of passes to the Dallas Cowboys. So
all right. So So as always, we're gonna ask you what your absolute favorite Broncos memory. It could be a play, it could be a game. Favorite Broncos memory of all time, and conversely, your least favorite memory of the team. What are they?
All right. Favorite Bronco memory was being at Mile High Stadium after the very first Super Bowl win. They had fans go to the stadium to greet the players, and Elway stepped out there and told everybody to put one finger up in the air and say, "We are number one." That was the highlight.
Oh, that's so cool.
Awesome.
You always hear about a game that everybody saw. You always hear about a play that everybody saw, but that one's a personal memory. Like a lot of people don't know about that.
Yeah,
Bob.
you can.
Yeah.
That's a unique memory. That's a one of a kind.
I took my daughters to go see them and everything, and so everybody remembers that in my family.
Oh, that's a beautiful family Broncos moment.
Man, that's great. See, we never get that. That's the first time we've ever had that kind of memory on the show. So
he's our OG Broncos fan. Bob
That's
Skinner
wicked.
is the definition of Denver Broncos for life. He brought his whole family of generations to see that. That is our OG Bob Skinner Broncos fan right there. That's an awesome memory. I don't think anybody can top that.
And you talked about bringing your family. Are they still Broncos fans?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
My daughters. I think one of my daughters still has season tickets. So yeah, they're all fans.
Wow.
There you go. I'm jealous of your daughter.
Job well done. Job well done.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
So conversely, let's go back a little bit. What was your least favorite memory as a Broncos fan? Bob, I think we lost Bob there for a second. Okay, there he is.
Probably losing to the Jaguars that year that we were 13-3.
The 96
Probably
season?
losing to the Jaguars when we had such a great season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was 1996.
Yeah,
And that
when
was
we
the
lost
the
to
Broncos-
the Jaguars and didn't make it any
Yeah.
farther. That
We were
was a great
13
team.
and we were
The year
13 and
before the
3
Super Bowl.
that season. We were 13 and 3.
Man, those
And then
those
go
losses
get,
are
and make it
always
get
tough.
into the postseason and get knocked out by the Jacksonville Jaguars, who had only been an existing franchise for 3 years at the time. It was embarrassing. It was awful. It was.
I thought
Yeah.
the Jaguars always sucked, but apparently not.
It was
Hey,
bad.
so we got a question for you, Bob.
All right.
Nope, not
All right.
that one.
Sure.
And
Your favorite Super Bowl win?
that's coming from Mundungus.
Oh, the first one. First one
Yeah.
for sure.
That's right. Agreed. Absolutely. Nothing felt better than that first Super Bowl win. I mean, we'd lost so many up to that point, and it just kind of,
Yeah.
it felt good to finally win. It
Yeah.
the Super Bowl 50 felt great. 98 season, that Super Bowl win back to, making it a back-to-back world champions. It felt great. But nothing felt better than that very first time getting to watch
Yeah.
John Elway hoist that trophy,
Yeah.
And
That was a great moment.
it really was. So we're going back to the comments for just a second. So just want to talk to everybody. So we have Mobad in the house saying, like the video, everyone. So please listen to my buddy Mobad. He says, give us a like and give us that subscribe. Hit that notification bell, everybody. All right. Mundungus, as always, he can't go a single episode without typing the words John Mobley.
Yeah, come on, dude.
John Mobley.
Hey, I love
EJ.
John Mobley.
Click EJ's comment.
EJ's in the house. He says, "What's up, Broncos country?"
The other one.
Oh, and then he says he's on his
That
sixth
was
White Russian. Happy Sunday. Here's to you, EJ. It's not a White Russian because I'm not a big vodka fan, but that's all right.
Hey, what's White Russian? Is it like a special drink or something?
It's a mixed drink, but
What's it mixed with?
vodka and other
Thanks,
stuff.
Johnny. Anything else?
I don't know. I don't drink vodka, so why would I know?
Need to do. Hey, EJ, let us know in the comments what the white. Do you know what it is, Bob?
Kahlua.
Bob, do you know what a White Russian is?
Yeah, what's in a White Russian?
Kahlua.
Oh, is it?
It's Kahlua and vodka.
Oh,
That sounds
okay.
good.
Yeah, you
Thanks,
go ahead.
Bob.
I don't do clear liquor.
Kahlua.
Clear liquor makes me fight. I've had issues in the past fighting people because I drank clear liquor.
Clear liquor makes me die. So
That's
I
right.
just stay away from it. Thanks,
Yeah.
Bob, for the info. So Bob, I have a question for you. Now you were present. Well, not present. You remember the '83 draft, which is considered, even to this day, the greatest draft class of all time. So,
What?
yeah.
Johnny, you're really good with those soundboards today. So,
Thank you. Thank you.
So these are the Hall of Famers from the '83 draft, and I'm setting something up. There's John Elway, Eric Dickerson, Jim Covert, Bruce Matthews, Jim Kelly, Dan Marino, Darryl Green, Richard Dent. That's just the '83 draft class. Now, knowing what you know today, take yourself out of being a Broncos fan. Try and remove the
Impossible.
orange and blue lens in what you see through life.
Impossible.
If you can go back between John Elway, Jim Kelly, and Dan Marino, you're the GM of the Broncos. You know what you know now. Who are you taking?
Okay, pick out how many?
So it's John Elway. You have first pick. John Elway, Jim Kelly, and Dan Marino. You know what you know now. Dan Marino's got the records. John Elway has more Super Bowl rings. Jim Kelly, I think it was 4 Super Bowls, lost all 4. So who are you choosing?
Elway.
Sticking with Elway.
Elway.
That's right. He said it right. He said it right. Elway.
I tried to trip you up there, Bob, but you succeeded.
Look, buddy, quit trying to give Broncos fans all over the place strokes, okay? All right? It's Elway. It's always going to be Elway. You're never going to get anybody to say Marino, okay? Ever.
No, I don't. But the crazy part is, now I'm thinking about it, I counted up, I think there's a total of 10 Super Bowl appearances between those 3 quarterbacks. John Elway's the only one that's won a Super Bowl.
Real quick, I'm pulling this up because EJ says Kahlua has caffeine also. I'm drunk, but I can't pass out.
I thought that was called a isn't that similar to an Irish whiskey? Irish coffee?
An Irish car bomb, you mean?
No, Irish coffee is, when they say Irish coffee, I think it's coffee with whiskey.
That's Bailey's. That's Bailey's.
It's also called Irish coffee.
Whiskey. Yes, Irish coffee. It's whiskey with with Bailey's in it. That's Irish coffee.
Bailey's is coffee.
Bailey's Irish cream. It's coffee with Bailey's Irish cream in it. My bad.
Yeah, it's similar, but this is the Russian version.
I guess in a way, but a White Russian is what he's saying is it's vodka mixed with Kahlua. So there you go.
I want it.
So real quick, we're going back a little bit. My cousin Jay Weaver, Jay in the house. I think EJ gave him the nickname Dreamweaver for our show. So there you go, Jay. Dreamweaver. My cousin says Baltimore playoff debacle. Manning's first year is the worst for me, and I could not. Oh my gosh, I remember that moment.
I missed
today.
that game.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't remember what I was doing.
That one hurt.
I'll tell you. I can tell you exactly what I was doing. I was stationed in Georgia at the time. I was still at Fort Stewart, and my parents were visiting for the weekend. And I took them out to this sports bar in near Fort Stewart called Buffalo's, or it might have been Gatta's at that time. It changed. Anyway, we're in this back room, and there's a TV there, and I'm watching, and Joe Flacco, oh god, that name, sends it flying. Sends that one final pass flying down the field that just seals the Broncos' fate. It was the nail in the coffin.
We're supposed to go to the Super Bowl that year.
We were, yeah. Or it was so close. It was so close. I stood up and I screamed so loud that I got my family thrown out of this bar and grill. I was so mad. It was bad. So there you go. Mundungus says this. He's on his 3rd Mountain Dew. He's drunk on caffeine.
It's funny because every year Peyton Manning played for the Broncos, we were supposed to be in the Super Bowl. I'm on my 2nd already. We were supposed to be in the Super Bowl. Wait, hold on. I saw something. Mundungus says Marino.
Mundungus, you shut your mouth. You're fired.
Jay Weaver says Marino for sure.
Y'all are fired. You both are fired.
No.
Fired.
No way.
Wow. So we got some Broncos fans saying if they go back, knowing what they know now, they get Dan Marino over John Elway. Hey, Jay Mundungus, tell us why. I'm curious. Why would you go back and choose Marino over Elway? Elway won Super Bowls. Marino didn't, but why would you choose Marino over Elway? I'm curious as to know why.
Good question.
Bob, back to you. And I told you I was going to come back to this. You said the first Super Bowl was the greatest moment for you, correct?
Correct.
No, you said
the first Super Bowl win.
The first Super Bowl win was the greatest one for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Greatest moment?
Yeah.
And you said because you saw what it was like to be at the bottom, to lose, and finally to come out on top and to win. Do you feel that same thing today? With a certain quarterback that we have?
Yes.
All right, Bob. Tell us why.
Yeah, I have my doubts on the guy. I don't know where to put the fault, but we're not playing like a team. That's for sure.
It's been rough. It's been a rough 5 years. It really has, just in general.
Yeah, and everybody loves an underdog. And Teddy Bridgewater's come in, and my bias is showing, but I don't care. Teddy Bridgewater's come in, and yet Drew Lock is the underdog. He's the incumbent, but he's the underdog. And, I can't say everybody loves an underdog because Broncos country is split down to half.
I do.
There's a civil war. There's a civil war within Broncos country, but
there shouldn't be though. Why can't we all just agree that we want what's best for the team?
We all do that. That's not a question.
It can be.
I think it's just people have different ways of going about determining what's best.
Yeah, agreed. All right, so hey, they're giving us the answers as to why they chose Marino over Elway. Dave Glassman stuck with Elway. He said Elway had more heart.
I agree.
EJ said Elway had Elway over Marino for sure. Elway had 2 rings. Marino goose egg.
I agree.
Mundungus, though, is giving same argument that you made, Isaiah, for Manning over Elway as the better overall QB because Marino is ranked higher than Elway as an all-time QB.
Okay, let me stop right there.
Okay.
I know why Peyton Manning is over Elway. Same amount of rings. Peyton Manning has better stats. Dan Marino doesn't have a ring, but has better stats.
He had better stats. I mean, he just didn't have as good of a supporting cast.
Okay. Do you think Elway had a better team than Marino did, didn't he?
I mean, when he won the Super Bowl, sure.
Yeah.
In the 80s, Elway pretty much was the team. He was pretty, except for, during the drive. I mean, he had Mark Jackson and, he had a few other weapons around him, but for the most part, during the 80s, Elway kind of was the Broncos. Yeah, Sammy Winder. Thank you. I couldn't remember. Sammy Winder, Mark Jackson. He had them in the for like one season, but most of the 80s, Elway was pretty much playing the game as the team. He was what made the team the team. The 90s came around and you hit past 96 or 96 on. They'd finally been able to surround him with some real talent in, Shannon Sharp and Rod Smith and Terrell Davis and McCaffrey. And you put all that together and, in that first Super Bowl win, that over here that Bob's talking about as his favorite Super Bowl win or Super Bowl memory. John Elway didn't win MVP for that game. Terrell Davis did.
Yeah, he did. That's he got injured the first
John
half.
John Elway made, he got Super Bowl MVP the following season when we repeated. But in the first Super Bowl win, it was Terrell Davis that took home that MVP trophy.
I know this statistic because of you, Johnny, because I tell people Broncos country, NRW crew, this. Johnny forced me to watch this. And I don't regret it, and I love it. He did force me. Don't let him tell you it was without my consent. Terrell Davis had, if I'm correct me on my yardage. I believe it was 130 rushing yards at the end of the first half, and he was injured.
Right about.
And he got injured.
He got kicked in the head. He got kicked in the head and got a blinding migraine, and still went into the game without being able to see and played a play blind. And then he came back after halftime and ran the rest of the game.
Thanks, Johnny. I was getting to that point, but thank you for just.
You're welcome.
He couldn't hold it. You guys see that? He couldn't hold it back. He just.
I can't. I watched it live. Okay. I can't hold it back. Okay. I'm here for you, boo boo. Here for you.
Dreamweaver comes in and he says something very, very, very interesting, and I agree with this. Because I'm gonna comment why. Because I was watching this documentaries about they did one on Dan Marino, John Elway, Jim Kelly, and I'm blanking out on his name. Oh my gosh, Joe Namath. Yeah, and so I was watching him. Marino had the best accuracy of any quarterback I've ever seen. Elway just had a fastball that no one can duplicate or defend. Yes, Jay, 100%. Because when I watched the documentary on Dan Marino, and I was watching, I was like, he's unreasonably accurate. Peyton Manning said so himself. He said I think he said it was his first game against the Dolphins, Dan Marino, and he says his receiver runs the skinny post, and he said he's never seen a ball get thrown so accurate before, and Peyton Manning said that was his welcome to the NFL moment when he saw Dan Marino throw a pass. Yeah. One pass. Yeah. So I agree. But yes, Elway, Johnny, what are they called? The Elway cross?
Yeah, the Elway cross.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I agree. Elway had a cannon. If you put Elway in today's game, I think Elway will still have one of the strongest arms
Oh,
in
yeah,
the NFL.
by far and away. And he would still take hits better than any other quarterback that is currently walking on that field today. Because he did.
He'd take hits, but I don't think he would get up like he did previously.
Well,
even in his prime.
Talking about it, maybe. We'll see. I mean, he was still getting hit by some big dudes, dude.
No, I'm not saying he wasn't. I'm just saying guys now are bigger and faster.
I mean, you should have seen Elway take hits from like Reggie White, man. Like he got up.
Reggie White was also an animal.
He got hit by Reggie White several times, and he just
they took away. I don't know if you guys heard about it, but Reggie White, they took away his Super Bowl rings because animals aren't allowed to play in the NFL. Only humans.
You be quiet. That's just ridiculous because you shouldn't even make that joke, okay? Because he's dead, and that's not very nice.
Reggie White didn't die.
Yeah, Reggie White died.
Wait, the Minister of Defense?
The Minister of Defense passed away years ago.
Oh, that's why I don't see him on any sports centers and no interviews.
Anyway, so Manning Revolution. Either a stroke or a heart attack. I can't remember which one.
What?
Yeah, it was rough. It was rough. It was really rough.
Why did nobody tell me this?
I don't know. Maybe you should have been paying attention.
Wake
up! It's called. I don't have it on soundboard, but it's called Sports Center. No. Like,
we need that one.
I do. I'm going to put it on there today.
He died from sleep apnea.
That's what it was. Okay. I'm
going to go wear my machine tonight.
Yeah, you should. You should. I don't ever want to have to live through that with you.
Yeah, that's terrible.
All right. So we've been talking about it a little bit, and I want to move on I want to move on here from it soon, but it seems like the majority of our, some of our fans in here, it's split between Elway and Marino. And
nobody wants Jim Kelly.
No,
Jim Kelly.
Jim Kelly was great. He was great. Jim Kelly was great. But if you're talking about Jim Kelly versus Elway and Marino, nah, not even a contest. Not even a contest.
Wait, question, Johnny, because I'm about to ignite Broncos country, Bob, and I want you to answer this question.
Okay.
I want you to answer this question. Hot take.
Go.
So, Elway had a better arm. Marino was more accurate. Who do you choose? Elway more accurate. Drew Lock has a better arm. Who do you choose? Drew Lock has a better arm.
Excellent question.
Bob, you go
first.
Lost
Bob.
Bob's right here. I'm looking at him.
I know, but I can't. I think he might be frozen. It's that Wyoming internet.
No, my question was so good. He has to think about it.
It's that Wyoming internet. Bob, we got you back. So Isaiah's question was.
Wait. Did you hear the question? Because I did very dramatically, and I don't.
Wyoming internet.
It's like that Kentucky windage. Anyway. All right, so here we go. Hot take one more time. Let's try this again. Ready, Bob? Here we go. Okay. Bam.
All right, Bob. Guys in the comments, women in the comments. John Elway had a better arm. Dan Marino was more accurate. Teddy Bridgewater is more accurate. But Drew Lock has a better
Can you
arm.
ask me, Johnny?
I don't know if he can hear you, Isaiah. Can you hear me, Bob? We keep losing you.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. So Isaiah's question for you
is
all right. So Isaiah's question for you is we're comparing the quarterbacks of yesteryear to our quarterbacks today. So Elway had a better arm, and Dan Marino was more accurate. Teddy Bridgewater is more accurate, while Drew Lock has a better arm. Yeah. Who do you take? If you make the pick,
I'm going to say whoever the team follows. I mean, we're going to find out after the preseason, but the guy that can lead the team the best.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. It's the best way to look at it. I mean, once again, I say it every week. I've always been a Drew Lock supporter, but in the end, I want whoever's best for my team.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can.
Is it better?
I can.
Hey, Bob, can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right, fantastic.
Does that sound better?
Shadow Jagger says curtains for the Dark Knight.
Yeah, I can hear you.
My mama's in the house. Gigi and Ma are in the house.
Love you guys. Can't wait to see you guys soon.
Mundungus, cough, 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 cough. Bridgewater, cough.
No,
cough.
this is what he said because Mundungus is a hater and he won't let me have anything. He goes, "That's not really a hot take. It's accurate. I know it's accurate. I put it together myself."
I'll give it to you, buddy. I'll give it to you. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. So let's move on. I want to talk about pretty much the only real fun news for Broncos country this week. Whoa, we got a lot of interference there. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we didn't get interference.
Okay,
you
that was
weirdo.
weird. Yeah, that was. Shut up, Isaiah. God,
stop being a weirdo.
You quit being a weirdo.
I've accepted it long ago.
Yeah, that's true. I've accepted you a long time ago too. My son Sam says Unca and Dada.
Yeah,
that's right, my boy Samson. That's my boy.
Now he's saying it. He won't say it when I'm there. He won't.
No, he'll never say it when you're here. Never say it when you're here. All right, so I want to talk about the only pretty much good, interesting news from Broncos country this week. Are you guys ready for this? Let's talk about the lug nut of destiny. Okay.
Is that what you're calling it?
That's what I'm calling it. The lug nut of destiny. Okay. Drew Lock is on a drive. I believe he was going back to Kansas to visit his family from Denver. Okay. And a lug nut from a semi-truck comes flying and nearly goes through his windshield. And if it had gone through, likely could have killed him. So here's just one picture of that lug nut. I mean, look at the size of that thing and how deeply embedded in his windshield that is.
I think Teddy Bridgewater was driving the truck.
It could have been. I mean, like there. Can you see that a little bit better?
That's a huge crack. That's huge.
Yeah. Now here's from a different angle.
That looks like a bullet. Oh my gosh! It looks like a round.
that lug nut nearly took out our quarterback this week.
Could you imagine the driver of the car? They find out like, "Oh, what happened? Oh, Drew Lock died. What happened? Your lug nut killed him."
I mean, it's crazy. Like, yeah. Well, Shadow Jacker, one lug nut to rule them all. I like it, Jacker. I like it, Shadow.
Love.
That's welcome. My mother-in-law. That's my mother-in-law. First time watching live. Hi, Ma. Hi, Ma. It's good to see you. So anyway, there we go. It's just kind of interesting to me to think that the lug nut of destiny nearly took out our quarterback this week. It almost made it a no contest for Teddy Bridgewater.
That would have been terrible. I mean, based off from last year to this year, that would have been. It would have been like, are you serious? It would have been like, if that had actually happened, knock on wood, that I'm glad it didn't happen. But if you got news like that, you'd be like, are you serious? Like, is there anything else?
Landon WizKid says God must hate Locke. I disagree. He's not dead. All right. And then his father, the wizard, says, now I'm going to paraphrase this because I'm not going to say the words on my show, Mundungus.
Say it.
Hey, when your nickname is Horse Rooster Locke, all right, you gotta have big nuts. So, I mean, can you imagine for just a second though, like, if we were talking to as the season was beginning, so who won?
Johnny, you were
the quarterback?
Pressed by the side of the net.
Yeah. I mean, can you imagine if we were going into this season and we're talking about, and someone asks you, so who won the quarterback competition? You're like, the lug nut. Like no contest. Teddy Bridgewater is the man because of Drew Lock was taken out by hardware.
I hope like Shelby Harris makes that Drew Lock's new nickname, lug nut.
So my cousin says, someone tell Drew there's no lug nuts in Green Bay. And then Shadow says that's some Final Destination type stuff.
I was just thinking about that.
Oh God.
I was just thinking about that, Shadow. That's crazy. Hey, Shadow, I don't drive behind trucks with logs on them because
nobody does. Nobody in our generation does.
Number 2, I don't go to tanning salons for obvious reasons.
And he doesn't shower either.
Number 3, when I get on the escalator, I step really high, almost do high knees, and I always check my shoelaces before I get on the escalator. That series of Final Destination has destroyed everything. It's crazy.
I'll be right back.
Take your time, Ski Bob.
So look, imagine, right? I mean, like, I can't believe that you can think about it. And we nearly lost our quarterback to Ace Hardware. You know what I mean? Like
that would have been. Oh my gosh,
how that almost happened. It's terrible.
I think
he's fine.
It was a Chiefs fan. Yeah, he knew what he was doing.
Probably. I mean, he was driving through Kansas.
Yeah, he was like, I heard this guy's been working out real hard this offseason. Let me go ahead and shut this down for you real quick. Just take
care of this now. You're welcome, Chiefs Nation.
Yeah, they'll accept me. They'll come and they'll build a statue in my honor in Kansas City.
Thanks for reminding me, Mom. Johnny will tell you not to drive behind hot tubs. That's right. Had a hot tub come off of a trailer in front of me while I was driving when I was a teenager.
Yeah, Johnny, because hot tubs are normal things that we drive behind.
It was on the back of a truck, and it was just the fiberglass shell, like the inner part of a hot tub. It just suddenly like flew off the truck and nearly freaking took me out.
Yeah, but how often have you seen hot tubs on the freeway lately? Over the last 97 years of your life? How many hot tubs have you seen in the back of a truck? You're overreacting there, guy.
All of the years.
You're overreacting there, guy. Okay, you're overreacting.
My cousin Jay's back on. Jay Weaver, Dreamweaver. That is truly NFL July news in a nutshell.
Yes.
You're not wrong. So let's move on. I've got a sub. Okay, Mundungus. OMG, it really is like Final Destination.
Yeah.
You're not wrong, buddy.
I'm going to make my kids watch all of those movies. I'm going to terrorize them. I'm just going to buy tanning beds and logs for no reason. I can't wait till
my kids are old enough that I feel comfortable terrorizing them with a pillowcase with a smiley face drawn on it from The Strangers.
I'll literally do that tomorrow.
I know you will, and then you'll never be allowed in this house again, I'm sure.
Yes, I will.
Not by me and my wife. Anyway.
Yeah, I've done much worse than a pillowcase with a smiley face.
I'm just saying. You know how jumpy she is.
I was talking about your kids, not Barbara.
Skinny Bob is back in the house. You doing all right there, brother?
Bob Skinner.
Sorry about that. Just trying to see if I could fix this internet.
It's gotten a little bit better.
It's gotten a little bit better. It's Wyoming, bud. We understand.
Mine's not perfect all the time either. It's not perfect now, so
Bob, yours is perfect never. Yours is perfect never.
So,
just be honest.
I'm right there with you, Bob. So don't you have nothing to apologize for.
Thanks.
Yeah, Shadow Jacker says that you didn't hear it from me, but his money on who threw the lug nut is Tyrann Mathieu.
Is Tyrann Mathieu? Is the honey badger that? What? First off, why do they call him the honey badger? Am I missing something?
A honey badger takes what they want.
Oh, okay.
Always.
Now. Is he that intimidated by Drew Lock?
I
don't know.
Throw a lug nut?
Oh, okay. So
really,
yeah. Barbara, my wife says pillows at Jack's, and we sadly can't stop him. He has his own code to the door.
Thank you. First off, for those of you who are confused, when I said I've done much worse to his children than a pillowcase with a smiley face, I'm not joking. It was an accident. I threw a pillowcase at Jackson.
You threw a pillow. You threw a pillow at a 2-year-old. As he was running across the living room.
We were playing. It hit his ankles. He smacked his face into the floor. Not a big deal. Okay, happens to the best of us. Happens to the best of us. And I do have a code to the door, so they cannot stop me.
You think that? All right. So Mundungus puts this up here. Speaking of Joe Flacco. All right. There's a reason for this. Are you ready for this? Because this is fun. This is just another one of our fun little segments to fill the time. All right. But it's going to be fun. Right now, we all know, or most of us know, anybody who's been paying attention in Broncos country knows that the ownership situation's up in the air. Right. I mean, it's, the Bolin children can't seem to get along. The trust is dissolving. It's just been rough. Right. So we've been, we're trying to find a decent owner to take custody of this team and lead us into the future. Mundungus and I started a conversation this week that I want to continue on here with you Isaiah, and you, Bob. So if you're ready for this, if all of us at MHRT, all of us pooled our money together to buy in as owners of the Broncos, we might be able to afford 1% share of the Broncos, right? Probably not, but we're going to go ahead and pretend that we could still afford just 1% of the Broncos franchise, right? So that being said, if we own that 1%, we own the bathrooms. Okay. So as the owners, in charge of the bathrooms at Empower Field at Mile High. What do we do to make those bathrooms fun or better or whatever you want to say?
Bob,
the Broncos
you go first.
bathrooms.
Bob, you go first because I'm going to destroy this one. But Bob, go ahead.
We said earlier maybe about that Joe Flacco target in the urinal. I think
urinal
that
cakes.
Would be a lot of fun.
Joe Flacco urinal cakes with his mouth open.
Yeah.
That turn your pee orange and blue. Right?
Oh, that'd be dope. Yeah, that'd be cool. Hey, wait. And the urinal say something to you when you're done.
There you go.
My high five.
My high five. And then if you missed the toilet while you were peeing, it's in, come, please.
Yeah, I love that. Yeah, that's dope.
Also, we're gonna put. Yeah, here they go. Mundungus says the toilet yells Omaha.
No. So the urinal says incomplete. The toilet says Omaha. But it only says Omaha if it's large enough and has enough force to land. So you have to put pressure on it, like a pressure plate, for it to say Omaha. So that way, when you're in there and it says Omaha, everybody knows he just dropped a big one.
That's right, a big one.
Yeah.
There you go. Also, we're placing. Here's one from me. We're placing targets at the backs of the urinal, like in that sweet spot where the men are supposed to aim at, so that it doesn't splatter out and it also goes into the water.
Yes.
Right. The targets are Chiefs logos and Raiders logos, or Derek Carr and Patrick Mahomes. All right.
Yeah.
My cousin Jay says we should do a Hawaiian Punch drinking fountain. Hey Jay, why are we doing a drinking fountain in the bathroom though? Like, Jay, I mean, I'm all for Hawaiian Punch.
No, Jay, you're right. Keep that because hold on. I don't know if we can put this comment on screen.
Oh, I
but
can.
Do it anyway.
You know what? We're not monetized. We can put it on the screen. But Douglas says, dude, you're going to make people blow an O-ring to get the toilet to yell Omaha.
Yes, I know. Do you remember that episode of Family Guy when Peter's like, like that time I got into a fart contest with Michael Moore? It's going to be like that with fans across. Babe, I'm going to the bathroom. You just went. You don't know me.
Omaha!
You're walking by the men's bathroom. I was like, Omaha.
Oh, God.
Jay, I see you, and I'm going to raise you. Okay?
Ooh, back to the Hawaiian Punch drinking fountain.
You know how you go to those sometimes you go to the bathroom and you have the bathroom attendant who's got a bunch of crap laid across the fountain, and he makes you feel bad because he gives you paper towel and he's got cologne and gum and stuff. The bathroom attendant.
I don't know where you're eating, but
hold on, Bob. I know you know what I'm talking about.
Yes.
He's got like mints and stuff in the bathroom, and he like hands you a towel to dry your hands on.
Hot towels. So
you have a bathroom attendant, but instead of selling hygienics and toiletries, it's a bar.
In the bathrooms?
Yes.
Bar in the bathrooms.
Yes. And you want to sit at the bar? Guess what? The stools are toilets.
I don't know.
I don't know if I want to sit there ordering a drink next to some dude dropping a deuce just to make the toilet scream Omaha. Yeah. Okay, I don't think I want that.
First off, if you're sitting at a bar, wait, you didn't let me finish. There's TVs in the bar. There's not going to be anybody. The fans are going to be completely void of men because they're going to be in the bathroom screaming, having a ball because they're sitting on a toilet. They're sitting on a toilet that screams Omaha as they get served alcohol and get to watch TV and piss on Chiefs logos.
All right. But that still doesn't change the fact that I'm still got my pants around my ankles, knocking knees with some dude next to me while sipping whiskey. It just feels weird to me.
As a touchdown to Jerry Jeudy, you don't even care. You guys are high-fiving at this point.
Mundungus says we're going to have EMTs on standby outside all the restrooms.
Yes. You're going to be high-fiving a dude with your pants at your ankles as he scores
around my ankles.
You're gonna stand up and forget to wipe. You're gonna be like, yeah, God darn
it. Oh man. Oh, I'm dying. Okay, so anybody else have any other ideas on how to make our super awesome Broncos bathroom?
You can't beat my bathroom idea. You cannot beat my bathroom idea.
Come on, Mo Bad, Whiz Kid, somebody, Dave Glassman, throw us some ideas here for making our super MHRT Broncos bathrooms.
I told you guys before the show, I'm going to absolutely destroy this segment. My mind started racing as soon as you said bathrooms, and I was like, oh, got it. Immediately. I was like, you put a bar in there, you put a TV, the toilet screams Omaha. Every time you stand up and no, I'm not going to say that, but
yeah, watch it. We still have to keep it somewhat.
Bob, what else you got? So there's a bar in there already.
Okay.
Taco Bell, but outside the toilet.
A Taco Bell?
Okay.
Outside the bathroom.
All right.
You're literally going to eat Taco Bell just to go to the bathroom. Not because you're hungry. Not because you're
no problem with that. I see no problem with that whatsoever. I mean,
Shadow Jacker coming in at
Raiders toilet paper.
Yes,
I like it. I like it a lot.
My Douglas says, "Mile high five your buddy in the bathroom." Could you imagine a bunch of dudes lined up like this? So in this case with the bar and the chairs are toilets, there's no stalls. Okay, there's no privacy here.
I know. Like I said, you're knocking bare knees with the guy next to you.
Everybody's like this at one time on the toilet, and then in unison, my high five, and then we go back to handling business. Nobody's going to be reading the newspaper. Nobody's going to be like, "Hey, buddy, can you give me some space there?" Like, "Hey, you want have a seat? You know, this one's open." You know how in the urinals there's like guy code where you skip every other urinal. This isn't the case anymore. We're breaking boundaries.
All right, like, I'm gonna one up. I'm gonna take Shadow Jacker's Raiders toilet paper, and I'm gonna up it. All right. In addition to Raiders toilet paper, of course, we'll have all of our rivals and the teams that we all hate. So we'll have the Raiders, Chiefs, Patriots. Me, I can't stand the Cowboys. So the Cowboys. As toilet, each sheet has a different one of our teams that we can't stand on it, right?
Steelers, I guess the Steelers are kind of the
Steelers up there. You know what? Let's just put every other team besides the Broncos.
There we go.
Every team besides the Broncos, you're wiping your butt with, okay? Then you go out of the stall, you get down from your poop stool, okay?
Yeah.
And you you wash your hands, right? Mm-hmm. But when you go to dry your hands, there's a picture like on the paper towel roll, right? It's pictures of Josh McDaniels and John Fox and Vance Joseph and Bill
Wade
Belichick.
Phillips.
All these, basically anybody. No, not Wade Phillips, because I loved Wade Phillips. We're drying our hands with coaches we've washed our hands of.
You don't like John Fox?
No, I didn't. I wasn't a big fan of Fox.
I didn't know that.
Why did you like John Fox? What did he do for this team?
He definitely helped us go to a Super Bowl. I mean, we got
Bill Romanowski as the attendant.
Oh my
That's
God.
intimidating.
Yeah, he's like, "Hey, you want to tell?"
Could you imagine? Go ahead. Could you imagine a bunch of men and you like you said the toilet paper is just a bunch of different teams, and can you hear all of a sudden it's silent? All of a sudden you hear, "Hey, can you pass me the Raiders toilet paper?" I don't have Raiders. I only have Chargers.
Can you pass me some Chiefs?
Hey, who got the Chiefs toilet paper? No, man, I just ran out. God, I guess I'll stick with the Chargers.
I guess I'll wipe my butt with the Bills. All right. So anybody else have any fun ideas? Help us out just a little bit longer, guys. Help us out just a little longer. Building the most amazing, super. Do you remember Home Improvement? I'm sure you do, Bob. Home Improvement, the show with Tim Allen.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
He always had his. He always had his ideas for more power. How to make the ultimate man cave or ultimate man bathroom or kitchen or whatever, right? So we're going to call this the MHRT Tool Time Broncos bathroom. Because more Like, how are we making the bathrooms? And it's not just for the men's bathrooms. Well, let's come up with some ideas for the ladies, because there's plenty of great ladies that are Broncos fans out there, right? So how are we continuing to make these bathrooms more epic? Like so epic that people would go to the stadium, buy their tickets just to use the bathrooms.
Okay, I got an idea for the ladies.
All right,
just
for the ladies.
Make it the exact same thing we did for the men's because it's so awesome. It's gender neutral and it doesn't matter. If you're a lady, you can go get a mimosa while you're pooping.
No, they're not going to do that.
And wait, because there's feminine products for the females. Okay, Chiefs, Chargers, Raiders, easy, done.
Okay.
Wait. Stop. Okay. I don't know, but I'm going to say it. Women,
females,
women who are
ladies.
on their monthly cycle.
I was going to say it.
You get a tampon or a pad that makes you bleed orange and blue.
Yes! Oh, no, that's too far. That's too far. I was just going to say a feminine products dispenser that dispenses everything but the Broncos.
No.
But you took it 1 inch far. You took it way further. Way further.
I told you. I said I don't know if I'm going to say it, but I'm going to say it. So when you
Bob is never going to come back. He's going to be like, now I'm done now.
Bob is literally taking notes and calling his investors as we speak.
Yeah.
McNugget says no. And I agree, boss. No. Just no. No, Isaiah. Bad. That's a bad Isaiah.
But that's a good idea.
No.
Oh, snap.
Just
hey, Johnny,
no.
Remind me to stop by the patent office tomorrow.
No, you're not stopping by anywhere. You're grounded, mister. Okay? You are officially grounded.
You're all right. Hater. You know what? If in 10 years I see that or I hear about that, I promise you that will be the end of our friendship immediately.
Oh, whatever.
I'm like, you don't remember 10 years ago, Johnny, when I had this idea? You know when people are like, bro, I said that like 10 years ago, now they're doing it. I'm literally gonna mean it.
That's never gonna be a thing. Ever. Ever in a million years, never gonna be a thing.
I don't
BJ says Raiders have sucked in the past, they suck in the present, and they will suck in the future, and you are not wrong, EJ.
Raider hater for
life. Right.
Yeah, right? Raider haters for life. I know you're part of that, Bob.
Bob, quick hard pivot, Bob.
Yes, hard pivot.
What do you see? What do you need to see from Drew Lock to have the starting position and for you to make him your franchise quarterback? Well, let's start with
that leadership.
Leadership. Okay. How? Tell us how.
I was about to say that.
I want it. Somebody screws up, don't go over and give them a slap on the butt. I want to see somebody get some fire in their eyes.
Grab a face
Challenge
mask.
Somebody.
Yeah. What are you doing? You know.
I told you guys.
In the face like Manning.
Skinny Bob is an OG Broncos fan. I'm telling you, he's that back in the day. Grab that face mask. I don't care what you're doing. Don't miss that block. I want to see teammates throwing helmets at coolers and Gatorade. If I'm the water boy,
I want to see Drew Lock doing the forehead thump with his wrist. You know that? Come on, man. What are you doing out there? You know?
Yeah.
No. So Isaiah, you asked the question. You give an answer. What do you? Because you've asked this of a lot of people over the last few podcasts. What do you need to do, Lock?
Well, I mean, it's like any other person in life. Just consistency.
Okay.
When it's there and it
mean? What do you mean by consistency?
So when it's there and it flashes, it's incredible. Broncos country is on cloud 9. I'm not asking you to do, like the Panthers where he won FedEx Player of the Week. That was fantastic. 4 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, 300 plus. He can do that. Now, not every quarterback can do 4 touchdowns every single game, no interceptions, all that. But I don't want you to barely get by making over 250 yards a game. I don't want to every time the offense you go in a shotgun and you drop back. I don't want to have that slight hesitation.
Right.
In my gut. I don't want to have that. I want to know that one, our offense consistencies. When I say consistency, I don't want our offense to stall
Okay,
as often as it has been the past few years.
That's fair.
Where it just turns out we just rely on our defense to step up and stop them, and then the offense goes out there, and then the offense goes from the 25-yard line to the 45-yard line, then punts it because it stalled after 20 yards.
That's fair.
I want to see no more. Yeah, basically
no more 3 and outs. We got to take care of the defense. We got to keep the ball on the field for a while.
Yes, and that's the one thing the Titans are fantastic at. And I've said this. I believe I can't remember who said it. It was Zach Seeger on the MHRT podcast on Thursday.
Oh, yeah, this last Thursday.
Yes, this last Thursday. And I said this to Johnny months ago. The Broncos' offensive identity has to be directly parallel to the Titans' offensive identity, where you have a fantastic running back who you can run up the middle, run up the side, and wear that defense down. And then when you need to pass, it's almost what they call it, smash mouth football. That's how I used to play back in the day. You didn't throw it because you wanted to, do it because you had to. And that's what the Titans do. They can throw it when they want to every few plays. And that's why Ryan Tannehill's consistency and percentage completion is so high, because he doesn't have to throw it as many times as other quarterbacks. That's what the Broncos need to do, and that's what I want the Broncos to do. And so continue on the consistency, the offense not stalling.
Okay.
When I watched Patrick Mahomes' first AFC Championship against the Patriots, they went into overtime.
Right.
And this is what I want to see our offense and Drew Lock do to other teams. That Kansas City defense in overtime was exhausted. Yes. Tom Brady literally threw the same pass to Rob Gronkowski on 3 third downs in a row. The same exact play. Yeah. I mean, Patrick Mahomes and Tom Brady got into a shootout, but that defense was so dog tired.
Real quick. Real quick. I want to pull this up. Mr. Orange, a new name on the show. What's up, Mr. Orange? Welcome to Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue. If you haven't, brother, why don't you go give us give MHRT Podcast a subscribe. All right, welcome
Mr.
to the show.
Orange. Cheers, Mr. Orange.
Here's new beer. Here's to you, my friend.
Mr. Orange. But yeah, I don't want that to be done to our defense, but I want to see that leadership that Bob was talking about. I want to see Drew Lock absolutely, maybe not do like Peyton Manning did and dink and dunk and like Drew Brees does and carve up a defense based off the schematics that they show you. Yeah, that too. But what Tom Brady did in that game wasn't special. He ran a 2-minute/4 minute offense and just ran him down, and they were tired. That is the consistency I want to see. When Drew Lock's like, okay, it's time now. We did let's do no huddle. I want to hear him in the huddle say, hey,
I'm going to agree with you. I'm going to agree with you for the most part. However, I'm going to add on to it. All right. We've seen that his mechanics, at least in practice, his mechanics are better.
Johnny, stop.
What?
Right on, Mr. Orange. Yeah.
Yes! It's one more towards that quest for 1,000.
Mr. Orange, welcome.
That's right. All right,
Johnny,
so
here's what you were saying.
I want to see that. We've seen in practice so far that his mechanics are better. His footwork, his mechanics, his movements. He's doing better at that. Now, what I need to see, and this has to do with consistency, but I want to see better. I want to see him going through his progressions faster. He has to. Yes. You got to be able to get through. You want to be a success. I was talking about with somebody, Mundungus, with this earlier this week. If you want to be a successful, at least top 15 quarterback in the NFL, you got to be able to get through at least 4 reads in under 3 seconds. You got to.
Yeah. And if you don't think about that as an average Joe.
Yeah, you want to get through. You want to only get through 1 and 2. You're gonna be a top. A bottom 25.
As an average Joe, and that really put things in perspective. But real quick, Mr. Orange says would help, but Denver has a way better wide receiver core. I think he's comparing the Titans and the Broncos with the offensive identity. Correct me if I'm wrong, Mr. Orange. I think with Julio Jones going to the Titans, I think the Titans have a better wide receiver core.
False.
You don't think so?
As a whole core, no.
Their core is only AJ Brown and Julio Jones. We have we have a more versatile talent. Okay, I see what you're saying.
We have more all-around wide receiver talent than any other team, in my opinion, any other team in the NFL.
I think we have not talent because it hasn't been shown yet.
As far as talented and versatile depth, we have the best wide receiver core.
I would say we have the most versatile depth of any wide receiver core. We have speed, route running, deep threat receiver. We have 2 deep threat receivers. Fantastic tight end. I actually agree with that. Completely. And thank you, Mr. Orange, for the comment. Thank you for the sub. Thank you for the like.
Absolutely.
We were in the middle of saying something, and I interrupted it, and now I can't remember what it was. Johnny, do you remember what it was?
Good job. No. What were we at? We were talking about Drew Lock and his.
Yes, you're saying you're going to add on.
I was saying I need to see him be able to get. He's got the mechanics down better now. Now he needs to. Now, I mean, he may not be able to necessarily become more to train his brain to be more cerebral, but he needs to learn how to be a little bit faster, just a little. That's
what I was saying.
He got to get more faster. So, and Mundungus and I said, Mundungus and I were talking about it. He asked, and what was my response?
To what?
And when we were talking about Drew Lock being more consistent and all that this week. I mean, he's got the mechanics down. At least in practice, we're seeing it. Now
he's got the talent. Now he needs to add the smarts, the know-how,
absolutely,
and the mechanics,
absolutely.
And what I was saying is, I'm not going to blow past it because I think you said it was genius, and I'm going to steal this from now on. I'm pretty sure you stole this from someone else, so I'm not giving you credit.
Yeah.
You said 4 reads and under 3
At
seconds.
least within 3 seconds. Within 3
and
seconds.
The reason why I said that's genius and it puts it in perspective is, do you remember the show Pros versus Joes?
Yes.
As an average Joe, you think, okay, yeah, I can see 4 receivers and 4 routes in
no,
under
you
3
can't.
seconds. Yeah. Yes, some of us can. Some of us can, but then you add on 6'5", 6'6" offensive linemen in front of you. Then you add on 6'4", 6'5" grown men coming at you, full speed to hurt you.
What?
Then you put an average Joe in there and say, hey, make 4 reads in 3.5 seconds and make an accurate throw. Make all your mechanics be together. And so then then it puts it in perspective. You're like, okay, wait, that job is very, very, very hard. And for someone to say, you know what, I'm going to go to the professional level and I'm going to try and do that. So that really puts things in perspective.
It's not easy.
I just want to know where you got that from because I know you didn't come up with that.
I mean, I know that you know that like guys like Aaron Rodgers can get through all his reads in 3 seconds and under and get that, and then he can check down if he can't get a, if he can't find one of his reads to be perfect. He does it. He does it all the time. I think Aaron Rodgers, and I don't necessarily. This is not me pounding the table saying bring Rodgers to Denver. Granted, I'd be very excited if it happened, but
yeah, I don't lie.
But he's shown that consistently, on average, from time of snap, he has that ball out of his hands within 3 seconds, on average. Which means he's made, and you see how good of a quarterback he is. That means he has seen all of his reads and has made his decision within 3 seconds, like that.
Skinny Bob.
We have a few more questions for Skinny Bob because we're running out of time. I want to make sure Bob gets his chance to answer these fellow fans' questions. All right, so Shadow Jacker Skinner, you rather have a voracious D line or a shutdown secondary?
Shutdown secondary.
We're done.
No, that secondary improves your line, so you're going to have both.
All right. Okay.
Bob, can I disagree with you?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'd go with voracious D-line over shutdown secondary because if there's no pass rush, if the pass rush isn't good enough, you can hold receivers to maybe 2-3 seconds. But after a while, it gets really hard if you don't have a consistent pass rush. And that's where the Chiefs made their money, was not based off their original routes, but by the scrambling drill.
Right.
Tyreek Hill and Travis Kelce, after Patrick Mahomes was rushed, he'd run out of the pocket, then scramble. He'd throw it, and they get 27 yards down the field because of scrambling. A shutdown secondary can follow scramble, but they can't stop it. They can't stop the scramble drill. A voracious D-line will make them step up in the pocket and take sacks. That's just my disagreement, but I do love the answer you gave because you're absolutely right. Yeah. A secondary does help the D-line. You're absolutely right.
Look, like I kind of agree with Mr. Orange. Man, Mr. Orange just coming in hot, man. Like he's joining us for the first time. He's just like bam, 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 bam. I love it. All right, so Mr. Orange says here, the game is won on the trenches. I agree, but I believe it's a complementary thing. If you have a good D line, it complements it builds up your secondary. If you have a good secondary, it builds up your D line.
Yeah,
it's a complementary game. It has to. They come together to form a great defense. And personally, I think we're gonna have. I think we have a top one, or at least top 3 defense going into the season.
Hands down. What do you think, Bob? Do you think top three defenses here?
Oh, easy.
On paper, easily. And as long as we stay healthy.
On paper and performance.
Maybe not even on paper. Just saying it like this. As long as we stay healthy, knock on wood. I don't have any, table right here by me right now. Shut up, Isaiah. Get that weird grin off your face. You're sick. All right? We have, as long as we stay healthy, top 3, if not number 1 defense in the NFL this season.
I agree.
I would hit the hot take button, but I honestly think that is so accurate. It's not even anywhere near a hot take.
That's not a hot take. All right. That's legit.
I like Bob? WizKid. Thank you. WizKid says, why not just have both?
Exactly. Bob, you're about to say something?
Why not? Yeah. The offense has got to stay out there longer than 3 plays, All
right. So here we go.
That's something we haven't, because we're about to close. But Bob, that's something that many people we have not talked about in regards to offense. Now, our third down. No, this is also something we've never talked about. Our red zone efficiency went up with Drew Lock, and our third down efficiency also went up with Drew Lock. Now we may bash on him. Some of Broncos country may bash him or may not want him to start. I think Teddy Bridgewater is the better quarterback. By all means, if that's your choice, that's your opinion. Hey. We're all rooting for the same team, but you cannot say that our red zone efficiency and third down efficiency has not gone up over the last 5 years with Drew Lock. That has been a great – and Vic Fangio, one thing that about him, he spouted that over and over and over and over again. Mm-hmm. And this goes to your point, Bob. Keeping the offense on the field for longer goes to third down efficiency.
Absolutely.
And we have not talked about that. Our third down efficiency improved greatly. With Drew Lock. So
all right, after the show, Mundungus wants you to show him the stats on that.
That our third down efficiency improved?
Yeah, and the red zone efficiency as well.
Oh, that's too easy.
All right. So a couple more I want to hit right real quick. This is my mother-in-law again saying, have to admit I'm a Chiefs fan first, then Broncos. Let me hit this one. Mom, I love you. And I forgive you. That's all I have to say. Shadow Jacker has one more question here for Bob, for Skinny Bob. Skinner, what's our record at the end of the season, and do we make the playoffs?
Good question.
Indeed.
Yeah.
All right. So what's the record? 9-8?
Ooh.
Oh, that's right. We're 17 games. Like he keeps throwing me that we have 17 games this season.
Skinny Bob, you've lowballed us. Everybody else said 12-5. You kind of all right, but we still make the playoffs though. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, I like it. I'll take it. Hey, 9-8, not ideal, but hey, we're in the playoffs.
All right,
it's winning.
All right,
we're in the playoffs.
Okay, so last one from Mundungus to you, Isaiah. Pookums. Last year, we were literally bottom 5 in the NFL in both of those categories.
Mr. Mundungus Creevy, I'm looking at the stats, and
this is going to be fun. Look, if we had more time, I'd say let's pull up the stats for here on the show. We can argue about it on Twitter or whatever. But the point
we were
is,
ranked number 30th, and we went up. So yes, we improved in third down efficiency over Drew Lock. Thank you very much. Drop mic.
All right, last comment, and then we're going to sign off for the night. But my wife does defend her mother, saying, Mom does live in Missouri. So
that's no excuse.
No, it's not. It's okay. I still love my mother-in-law, and like I said, because Jesus would want me to, honey, I forgive your mom for being a Chiefs fan.
Yeah.
Okay? And your dad. I forgive both of them.
Yeah.
I mean, God, none of us is perfect. You know, I mean, when you're a Broncos fan, you're a little bit closer to it.
Yes, much closer.
Yeah, well, we can forgive my family members, my extended family for being Chiefs fans.
Doesn't mean we won't have an intervention sooner or
That's
later.
true. That's true.
Yes.
All right. Well, hey, this has been WizKid. Just use your Pookie powers to be correct.
Thank you. I will will it into existence.
And Broncos wizard Mundungus Creevy, I'm pretty close to perfect. Yes. Mr. Orange says, great show, guys. Stay safe, Broncos country. See you guys at training camp.
Mr.
I cannot wait.
Orange!
I want Mr. Orange coming in hot. It's your first show with us. I hope to see you soon, Mr. Orange. We go live. If you didn't already catch it, we go live every Sunday evening at 6543. All right. And those in the time zone stretch across the US. Okay. Please don't miss it. Be back next week because we can't wait to see you again. All right. So we thank you. Shadow Jacker's giving us some applause and some Broncos football and a cheers. So here's to you. Bob Skinner, our buddy, Skinny Bob. What a show, my friend. Thank you for coming on with us.
Man,
it's been an absolute blast having you on with us today. We thank you for it.
Thank you.
And we can't wait for the future having you on again. I hope you'll hang around for just a few minutes with us after in the green room, so we can talk for a minute. I'm going to go ahead and send you to the green room, and we'll see you soon. Thank you again. All of the NRW crew, thanks you, Bob, for your time this evening. We'll see you in the green room after the show. That being said, guys, thank you once again for joining us for this week's edition of Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue. We love being with you guys. This is a passion for us. Remember, we're not getting paid for this at all. This is 100%. Right, this is 100% a passion project for all of us at MHRT. So please, even though we're not getting paid now, we would love to someday make a little bit of money just to help with the bills. You know what I mean? So please help us out by doing that, because this is the best way to help a channel grow is to like, subscribe, share their videos, right? So give us those likes and subscribes on MHRT Podcasts on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. Hit that notification bell so you know when we go live. Also, please do not miss our other shows during the week. All right? We have 2 other shows. On Tuesday nights, we have Broncos Talk with myself, a 6'10" Mexican, Adon Diaz, and our buddy Richie Riche from up in Canada. That is Broncos Talk on Tuesday nights at 7654. All right. Also, our Thursday night flagship podcast, MHRT Podcast, with Mundungus Creevy, Glenn Hauser, Mr. Boggins, and Adon Diaz, a 6'10" Mexican. Do not miss it. That's every Thursday at 7654. Guys, once again, we thank you for joining us on Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue. Isaiah, what are we on?
We are on a quest for 1,000 subscribers.
That's right.
If you have not subscribed, subscribe right now, like
it's
Mr.
the smallest
Orange
thing
did,
you can do to help us.
Like Mr. Orange did, because we want to spread the proverbial gospel of Broncos country and Broncos news across the world.
Amen.
And you guys are a part of it.
Absolutely. So that being said, it has been an absolute blast and an absolute honor being with you tonight, NRW crew, Broncos country. We love you guys. We got to bring Bob in for one more second because I completely almost forgot to have him join us in the most important thing on Nothing Rhymes, right? Bob, are you ready for this? Because you got to be part of this, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Let's go, Bob. Let's do it.
I say it every week. We will not. This started on this show on Nothing Rhymes with Orange and Blue, and we will not rest until it is said over the PA at Mile High Stadium, the Mile High Five, and everybody in the crowd claps as high above their head as they can. We will not rest until this spreads and becomes a thing. So, that being said, Bob, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Mile High Five. Yeah. All right. We may not have been together, but that's okay because remember, Wyoming internet. All right. That being said, it has been a blast being with you guys. We will see you next Sunday at 6543. We are out.